Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, Frazer Brookes here, coming to you live from Formby, just northwestern England. Say it every time, don't I? Right, so I'm just going to give it probably another 20 odd seconds. I can see the room filling up right now of all you incredible ninjas. So whilst you are jumping on, just to let you know, this is being recorded. But obviously, it's always better to watch it live, right? It feels a little bit more engaging. And yeah, so feel free to write in the comments. It should be over that way. Give us a shout. Let me know that you're listening. Let me know that you can hear me. Last time I did one of these, it was an absolute mess and no one could hear me. So yeah, give me a little hey in the comments box on the right-hand side. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Right, so I'm going to kind of get started. Hey, Nadine. Hey, Miklos. Hey, Tracy. Good to have you all here. Right, so tonight I am going to really quick. Tonight, Matthew. Oh, Joanne in Melbourne. Awesome. Great commitment being up. Wow, everyone filling in here. Great. Awesome. Here we go. Just give me 2 seconds. And let's go. Your entire screen. They've changed. Okay, let me know if you can see my my screen. Just let me know. I'm not going to put it into presentation mode. Or should I actually? No, I'm not going to, just so I can see the comments. I don't want to kind of start, stop, and all that sort of stuff. So here we go. So how to build your business. In fact, let me just see if I can do one thing really quickly. Sorry. Let me go there and let me go. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. Okay, so let me just go here. Okay, right. So how to build your business using Facebook Live with moi. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to make sure you get a piece of paper and a pen. So you want to make notes on this. Now, yes, this is being recorded, but my experience shows that the people who watch even a percentage of a live don't end up catching up on the replay. So, hey, if you can take part, I'll probably end up going for, I've not rehearsed this, but I'll probably end up, say, half an hour. And then I'll do question and answers for I don't know, for 15 minutes or so, however long we need to go. So yeah, I hope you can see my screen and all that sort of stuff. But remember, this is being recorded and it will go into the Ninja Network back office. If you haven't already done so, the first month's exercise we did was building on Facebook groups. The second month was Vincenzo did building on ads with a blog. And then obviously tonight's is the third one, which is Facebook Live. So here we go. These are the things you will need to be able to run effective Facebook ads. Effective Facebook Lives. And I think I've got hiccups. So things you're going to need. You're going to need a smartphone. Okay. You're going to need a good solid internet connection. You're going to need good audio. You're going to need best lighting possible. And you won't need any third-party tools. Now, when I go into the Ninja Network of VIP, I use a third-party tool called Ecamm Live. It allows me to do different screen demonstrations. But it's important not to do that because I've been testing it, and the reach organically is really bad. It's as if Facebook know that, hang on a minute, you're not using our tools, so we're going to punish you. Why should your message go to all people who are using our tools? If you fail in any of the above, like if you don't use your phone, you don't have a good Wi-Fi, your audio's rubbish and your lighting's really bad, again, the engagement will be poor, which will actually mean that the reach will be poor. So I recently did a Facebook Live, and I was in Lunenburg, and something happened with my technology, and the connection was really bad, and the lighting was really bad, and the audio was really bad. And it was the worst live I've done probably for about 7 months. I'd probably say 7 or 8 months. And the content was great. I had so many people message me, say that was amazing, that was amazing, that was amazing. But I think the live replayers, they just didn't enjoy it. So it's always better to use a phone than a computer because the audio is a little bit better, and Facebook are actually wanting you to do more lives on your phone, and because they want to build the audience on the phone more, and because they're spending more money on the phone and the different features on the phone. Connection is just your Wi-Fi connection. I'm not saying that if you use Wi-Fi, I don't think it's a good idea to go live on a 3G. 4G is okay and Wi-Fi is okay, but basically don't go live on your 3G. I recently did a live in Paris. I was walking around Paris and the connection was so bad. And again, the content I felt was very good, and I was in Paris. It was all cool, but because the connection was so bad, people just didn't bother watching. They weren't interested. Okay, so again, good audio. You can use the microphone on your phone if you want to spend some money on like a microphone. You can go on Amazon and you can buy one for like £6, and it'll be like as good as you want, really. Lighting, you just need to face a window. So if it's in the day, face a window. If it's in the night, get like a lamp or a spotlight or something. Just so your face, like there's light on your face and you don't want too many shadows on your face. And you can see here, this is me facing a window, and behind me is my like light box. You can see that's like the light that I use for now, right now. Okay. So things to understand. Okay. Very important that it's not really the live itself that you need help with. It's understanding the mechanics behind it and the psychology behind it. Okay, so things to understand. More people will watch the replay. Okay, so when you're doing a live, bear that in mind that for example, most of my lives, there was one recently, I did 15,000 views and there was only 300 people. Well, there was 300 people watched the live. So that's 50x, 50 times the number of people. So for every one live viewer, there was 50 people watching the replay. Okay, so most won't comment unless you ask them to. So, for example, you guys, if I could ask you guys on the right-hand side, if you're following what I'm saying so far, just basically write, like, give me the number 1 in the comments in this webinar. Now, I haven't asked you up to this part before the last time I asked you to comment anything in the comment box. And the funny thing is, none of you have commented. But now I've just asked you, Esther, Miklos, Lorraine, Tracy, Debbie, Fiona, Martin, Joanne, Scotty, Celine, Annette, you've all commented. The same thing happens when you do Facebook Lives, but when you're starting out, don't do it every 2 minutes because chances are you'll have a low number of people on there and people don't like to be the first. All right? It's very, very important that. Okay, so most won't comment unless you actually ask them. People won't watch something unless they'll actually learn something. So that comes to the titles, and I'm going to be covering the titles, which is in fact the most important thing of the whole point. The whole training really is the titles. But most people won't watch unless they're going to learn something. So if you're out and about with your kids and you're just in a park and you're like the title is Day Out with the Kids, you're going to get no traction on that. Facebook are kind of like Google. They want to be as relevant as possible. So, and relevancy comes from when people learn something like, oh, I want to learn about how to walk in high heel shoes. Well, there's a video on how to walk in high heel shoes. Okay, so don't just go live showing your dog's dinner, your own dinner, pushing your kids off the swing. Sorry, pushing your kids on the swings, off them if you're fed up with them with the half term and all that. Okay, so the title is the most important part. I'm going to come back to that in a little bit. Better the delivery, the better the interaction. Okay, so think about takeaway food. The majority of us eat takeaway food because it's not necessarily the food that we're ordering. It's the convenience of not having to make it, not really having to clean up. And guess what? The actual takeaway itself, the delivery. The delivery is the valuable part. So when you're doing a Facebook Live, and you can look at all mine, I'm very natural, but I do amp myself up a little bit. How do I do that? I have this little technique that my dad's always taught me by clapping. I'll maybe show it at the event, but all it is just you just go crazy. I'm going to do it, but it's going to sound weird if you can't see me. So basically 10 really loud claps, and I'm really, really sorry if your volume's up and you've got headphones in, because I've probably just blown your head off. But 10, I can feel it already. It's just like a Tony Robbins tactic. And I've never really been someone who's a hype machine, but 10 really, really loud claps just gets you going. So before you go live, you might feel a bit weird doing it. And if you're going to do a public live, then it might look a little bit weird. But 10 really, really loud claps gets me going and it gets me excited. And when I'm passionate about what I'm talking about, like I feel, you can probably feel it in my voice already. When I get passionate about what I'm talking about, it comes across better, and it's delivered with better promise, better delivery. And then the interaction off that is better. Now, it just works. And remember, you have to be real and relatable. Don't try and be fake. Don't try and copy someone else's style. Just be you. Just be a more amped up version of yourself. And you will attract people who like that. You know, you might watch me and a lot of people go, wow, Frazer, you're a breath of fresh air. They don't say that anymore now because they've seen and heard me for a few months. But what I am getting is, you're just what I'm looking for. You teach what others don't teach. I know. You're like the boy next door. I feel like I go for a pint with you. I love to call you mate, you know. And it's also important inside of your lives. I've not made a bullet point on this. Is to bring your interests in and stories in and characters in that play the story. For example, I'm going to ask you all right now in the comments, if I mention an imaginary character and it's a man, what do I call the name? What is the guy's name? If I use an imaginative friend, an imaginative person, an imaginative character, and that man has a name, what do I call him? Bob, 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 Bob. Exactly. You all know what I call him. Bob, 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 Bob. It's now got to the stage where people are asking, is Bob making an appearance tonight? What's Bob doing tonight? What's Bob look like? Can I have, what do you think Bob looks like? You know, and Mary is a woman. Exactly. It's the same. What's that all about? It's the same thing. Oh, it's the same thing all the time, right? It's the same thing. And that comes down to consistency. You're consistently putting your same story out there. You're consistently sorry for the ones I don't like to mention, forget Mary. But sometimes I do. I apologize. It's always the same story at the same time on the same day, talking about the same area, okay, of something you're passionate about. Don't talk about health and fitness one day, dogs and cats the next day, travel the next day, skincare the next day, because people will be confused. That's like you going around to all your friends and saying, hey, I'm involved in an amazing skincare product, or hey, I'm involved in another travel company, or hey, I'm involved in a finance company, hey, I'm involved in a health and wellness. They get confused, and guess what? You lose credibility and trust with those people. Be consistent. All right, so let's talk about the importance of Facebook Lives. Let's just get this out there. I know you all know you need to do them, but you're scared of doing them. And I'm going to go through that in a second. But the importance of Facebook Live, if you haven't already heard me say this before, then 80% of the news feed right now, if I go on the news feed, 80% of it, whether you realize it or not, is video-based, whether it's recorded live or Facebook Live. But only 1% of all uploaded content is video-based. So that means for every 100 posts on the news feed, 80 of them are video. But out of every 100 posts that are made, only one of them is video. So that means that if you're one of those 100 posts that is video, you've got a much higher chance of it getting seen by more people. So you're exposing your message to other people, you're exposing yourself, you're exposing your personality, and then people go through all your other posts, your images, your texts, and so on and so forth. There's the hiccups, there's the dinner burps. Apologies. I'm glad you can't hear that through the microphone. Right, and Facebook wants to increase their video reach significantly over the next 2 to 3 years. In 2 to 3 years' time, you're going to notice that when you log on to Facebook, pretty much everything's going to be video. It's going to be real people, real stories, real video. So you need to start right now to get such a big following that you're one of the people that they always listen to. Okay. Now, let's go into, and apologies if the graphics aren't quite there anymore because I literally ran out of time and I couldn't do all of them. I'm sorry, guys, if you're people who like watching graphical presentations, then yeah. So why do most people not go live? These are everything that I've done. So I just want you to believe my situation. You might go, no, that's not true. But this is just what's happened to me. I can't tell you why you've not gone live, but I could probably tell you why I believe you've not gone live based on the reasons why I didn't go live. I didn't go live for 6 months. And when I did, I was absolutely crap. Okay? And I'm sorry for swearing, but I was absolutely awful. And here's why. This is why I didn't go live for such a long time. I was scared that no one was going to show up. What happens if I go live and no one comes? It's like arranging a party and no one comes to the party. That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Okay. And if I'm talking about these and you feel any of these, let me know in the comments. Let me know which ones are the ones I'm going through that are stopping you or holding you back going live. So I was scared that no one was going to show up. I was scared that no one would comment or like my stuff. Because if I'm giving really good stuff, I didn't want it to be like, hey, drop a 1, give me a comment, give me a like, and no one do it. Because that, for me, that would be massive rejection. And even now, I take rejection really, really hard. It's a fear of mine. It's not so much, but it still is a little bit, right? Don't know what to talk about. That's a big one. Like, oh, but I don't know what to talk about. Yeah, so Martin does the same, doesn't know what to talk about. Joanne doesn't know what to talk about. That's a lot of people. We're gonna cover that. We're gonna cover that in a minute. Worried what friends will say. That was huge for me. And you know what? The first 10 lives that I did, honestly, like clockwork, the first 10 lives that I did, either a family member or a friend would screenshot it and post it to our WhatsApp groups. Oh, news alert, Frazer's live again. And they would all comment on there saying different things like, do you want to go for a pint? You know, like, Frazer, what's your favorite sex position? You know, like literally pathetic, ridiculous. You think, I probably should have answered it. Can't believe I've just said that on a webinar. But they would ask really stupid questions and it would put me off. And it put me off doing it, so much so that I actually messaged them to say, listen, boys, can you stop? Can you stop on the lives? Because it's how I build my business. And, you know, I don't come into you when you're chefing and I don't go and throw a load of eggs in the sink, or I don't go and, you know, do what's a bad thing on the kitchen floor, you know? So they stopped and they don't do it anymore. They tune in, but they don't comment. And even if they do comment, it's nice stuff. So, you know, that really held me back for a long time. What happens if no one cares what I've got to say? Like, what happens if I say loads and it's like, I don't really care? What about like looking at myself in the mirror? And it's like me going into the mirror and looking at myself in the mirror and saying, you are incredible. I can't do that. I was scared of looking at the camera, especially on selfie style when I'm doing a Facebook Live, because that's what you need to do, and going, oh my God, my bottom teeth are crooked. Like, my gums are showing. My hair looks ridiculous. My clothes look scruffy. Like, you know, what happens if girls see this? Like, obviously not now. Like, that's not what I thought now. I'm in a very happy relationship, but I was very much worried about like my appearance. Okay. Don't like listening to your own voice. Maybe like when you're watching it back on the replay, you're thinking, oh my God, I sound ridiculous. Is this what other people are gonna say? You know, other people are saying confidence and like going blank. Yeah, you're saying things and you go blank. We're going to cover that in a little minute as well. Don't like listening to your own voice. I've said that one. Talking to a camera is weird or daunting. It absolutely is. Or you just can't be bothered. Like, oh, I'll go live. I can't be bothered tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it the next day. Oh, I can't. Kids are driving me crazy. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I've got a headache. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I can't. I've got to get rushed out to a job. I'll do it tomorrow. Right? All these things happen to me. And as I can see, they all happen to you as well. Now, there is a secret. This is like a secret ninja way for you to practice so that no one will even see you. Right now, okay, after this webinar, you can go and practice Facebook Lives, but no one will see them. And the reason why you want to do this is for you to get familiarize yourself on how to start the live, how to end the live, how long something would go if you're going to speak about it, you know? And just basically that's pretty much it, okay? Now, this is how you do it. Right, so now I'm going to show it on the desktop, but you can do it. You can do it on your phone, all right? And as I said, you should do it on your phone. And in fact, wait there, because I should really show you on the phone, shouldn't I? Hang on. It's Vincenzo. Okay, so your phone, the best device in the world, right? I'm going to go onto Facebook. Okay, I'm on Facebook. Get the lighting right. I'm going to click on live. Yeah, see that? I'm live. Okay, now what I'm going to do is it says at the top, public. See that? This is public. Now, if I click public, it's going to drop up with all these options. right? Public, friends accept, only me. Only me. Only me. Great. Press done. And it's at the top, it says, only me. I do the title. Get it round. Make sure you do it sideways, guys. Doing Facebook Live. Should have mentioned that on the slides. Make sure you do your Facebook Live sideways. Do it side because it just optimizes for the newsfeed and they show it to more people. I've tested and tested and tested. Okay. Hey guys, going live, blah, 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 blah. This is what I'm going to talk about. Oh, it was 5 minutes. That was pretty good. I just need to do that again. You will get good at knowing how it all works. All right. And then you've got no excuse for doing your first live. I'm going to be asking this question at the road tour. Like, hey, who's not done a live? And I can pretty much guarantee that a good solid third, I'm going to guess a good solid third of the people in the room won't have done one. And I'm going to change that. That's going to be 100% in the room. It's going to be 100% of people going live. I'm pumped about that. Right? That is a really, really, really good ninja tip. Okay, let me go back to my screen. In the comments, just let me know if you like that idea, just for you to practice. A lot of you guys, you might not think that's a good one because you already do the lives. But when it comes to your team and they're like, oh, I'm scared to go live, you now have the answer. You can now tell them. And I would appreciate it not to blast that in any of your groups or any of your teams yet until after the road tour. Yeah, it's just something I'd love to be able to share with every network marketer because they need to know this sort of stuff. So I'm glad you enjoyed that one. Right, so let's talk about what time and day. So it's funny because we haven't even spoke about going live yet. You see how much information and how much stuff there is to understand actually before you go live. It's all in the preparation. There's that saying, piss poor performance. You know what? I don't even know the saying. It's literally like piss poor planning prevents piss poor performance. I think that's it. One of the military boys will be able to tell me if I'm wrong on that one. I think it's that. Piss poor planning prevents piss poor performance. That's it. Yeah. And I've said that naughty word a few times. So, yeah. Right. So, as you know, I go live every Sunday and Tuesday at 9 p.m. And I'm consistent. And the reason why I'm consistent with that is because it holds me accountable. If I didn't go live at a certain amount of time, I most likely would go once every month. Now, even my girlfriend, Svetlana, my mum, my dad, my parents, people I work with, literally everyone knows, oh, what are you going to be talking tonight? What are you going to be talking about tonight? Oh, it's nearly, Svetlana's like, Frazer, it's there we go, Martin. Thanks, mate. I knew you knew that. She literally goes, oh, you've got 15 minutes. Like, should we get the lighting all set up and all this? Right. So we know in our household, Sunday evenings and Tuesday evenings are out. Like, let's, arrange your work stuff for those nights because I've got to go live. It's that much of a big thing for my business. If I don't go live, I don't grow my following. If I don't grow my following, less and less people get interested in the coaching and Ninja Networker and the speaking. It's something I do. So when it comes to your business, you want to make sure that you're going live. I recommend highly a minimum of once every 2 weeks. If you can do once a week, that's absolutely awesome. And I'm not saying you don't have to do what I do. Obviously, I highly recommend you don't do Tuesdays and Sundays at 9 p.m. Because that's when I go live, and I'd love to have you obviously on my lives. But here's some ideas. So anywhere, Sunday, 7 till 10, all the way till Thursday, 7 till 10. So every day. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 till 10 p.m. 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. Esther, let's just wait till the end for questions, and then I'll answer any of the questions happily. I just don't want to get off target. Now, Friday and Saturday work a little bit differently. Okay, so Friday and Saturday night, a lot of people are with their kids, or they are basically in the pub, or they are having, they're on a date night, or they're like, can you please spend the night off your phone? You're driving me crazy. It's all right. It's all right, Esther. Just wait till the end. It's absolutely fine. Okay. So, but during the afternoon, Friday afternoon, a lot of people are on their phones. They maybe have early finishes. They're kind of in boredom mode, and the whole office is all they're thinking about is what they're going to do this weekend. and the same on Saturday. Obviously, those 2 times aren't as effective. But pick a day and pick a time. Let's say Tuesday at 8 p.m. So an hour before I go on, and you're gonna do that every single week. If you miss a week, that's fair enough. I'm going to be missing 2 weeks probably when I go on the road tour, because I just won't be able to do it whilst I'm in a room with 100, 200 people. Okay, so make sure you're going to be consistent with it. It holds you accountable. It forces you to develop. Okay, so if you're going to talk about network marketing one day, you want to read about some network marketing. So go read a book. One of the best things you could probably do as a Facebook Live, if you're involved and you're interested in personal development and you enjoy it, is read a few chapters. Read a few chapters of a personal development book, and go live on how, whatever the top tip was, because there's always top tips in books, how this golden nugget set me free. All right. So people are like, oh, I want that golden nugget, so I can be set free. All right. Remember, you learn twice when you teach. All right. You learn it and you do it. You learn it once. You learn it, you do it, then you teach it. You learn it twice. Okay. That's always been for me. It's been the best way for me to learn is by teaching. And I had to grow up very, very fast in my team because no one else was doing the teaching and the trainings apart from my dad. But one man can't do everything. All right. Okay. Now, people begin to notice it's every week and will naturally tune in and take part. Like I said earlier in another one of the slides, okay, people will tune in because like, oh, it's Tuesday 9 p.m. Oh, it's Sunday 9 p.m. Fraser's going to go on. Let's see what he's talking about this week. There's people out there who are literally sending me messages on a daily basis saying, oh, can you do this week? Oh, can you do that this week? Oh, can you do this week? Oh, can you do that this week? Because they're so tuned into it, and without it, they're screwed. The number of people, businesses we have saved, guys, right? And I'm saying we because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. Okay, I would most likely have to be in the field. So just understand that I appreciate each and every single one of you. I might not show it enough, but I do. Each and every single one of you mean the absolute world to me, because you, by helping me, are impacting lives of literally thousands and thousands of people. I just have to say that. Okay. So what not to do? Obviously, a lot of people, when they go live, they get stumped because they think, oh, what happens if I do it wrong? Like, what happens if I say something wrong? What happens if I do this wrong? What happens if I do that wrong? So here are just some things that you shouldn't do. All right. So when you start the live, don't even bother saying, oh, well, just wait for a few of you to jump on, because you wait for 30 seconds. No one jumps on if you're just starting, right? No one really jumps on. And then it's like, well, that was a waste of time. But guess what? The replay viewers, they will either jump off or they will skip for 30 seconds. But here's what I want you to understand. If someone skips once, they will skip again and again and again and again. And a 20-minute live, a 10-minute live, a 5-minute live, they'll skip 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times through it. So you want to get into it right away. Get into the mindset of this is for the live, this is for the replay viewers. Okay? Don't waffle. Waffle. One of the reasons why I started what we started with the Ninja Networker is to get away from the waffle as much as possible, because all the training was from Americans. And I'm not knocking the Americans. I just find whenever I go into a training, it could have been done in 2 or 3 or 4 minutes, but it took them 20 minutes because there was just so much waffle and so much hype around it. So it turns me off big time. So I'm just again giving you my experience. If you waffle on and you try and fill out the time where you've got 2 minutes of content, but you want it to be a 10-minute live, so you just waffle on. Just don't bother. Just don't waffle. Don't give 5 minutes of shout out. So when people are jumping on, say, hey, I'm just gonna say hi to some of you who are jumping on. Like, oh, hey Bob, hey Mary, Bob and Mary again. Hey Sarah, hey Jane, hey Sue, hey Martin, hey Claudia, hey Esther. Like, that's all great, but like, don't do it to start with. You could say hey to like 3, 4, 5 people every like 5-10 minutes or so if it's one of those longer lives. But yeah, I know a few of you just messaged to say like you love the personal development book idea. It really does work. Economize your words. Spot on, Scotty. Love that. Economize your words. Love that. But yeah, the personal development book idea is a great idea to give you ideas. There's trainings in each and every single book, and a majority of people want to hear from them. just don't read the normal ones. Don't read your GoPro, your 4-year career, your beach money. Go read the ones that not many people have read. There's tons of them out there, tons of them. And then you could literally do a Facebook Live on one chapter. There's that much gold in books these days. Right, don't look in another direction. So if I've got the camera on, don't be looking at, don't be looking into the sky, trying to look away from the camera. Not many people do that, but there are a few. And it's just like, you just feel like people are lying to you because they're not looking dead at you. Don't expect people to engage to begin with. So when you're starting out on your lives, don't expect people to love, like, don't compare yourself to me. Don't look at my lives and go, wow, he gets 1,000 comments, 500 comments, 2,000 comments, loads of shares, loads of likes. Don't think you're going to be able to replicate me, because my audience is being built up. My audience is being built up over a period of time, guys. All right, it's been built up over a period of time, which I'm going to share with you in a little minute. A little minute. That doesn't really make sense, Frazer. It's slow and steady. All right, okay. And Charlotte, I look at the sky. I look at the sky occasionally as well, to be fair, when I'm thinking. But okay, don't be disappointed and give up because you only got 2 viewers. All right. Don't think, oh, this isn't going to work for me because it didn't work after the first 2, 3, 4. Most likely, you're going to have to be doing this consistently for a year before you get really massive engagement. But is it worth it? Yes. Do you build your business using Facebook Live in the early days? No. But you will in the long run. All right, you just add it. It's literally 15 minutes a week, 15 minutes every 2 weeks. That's it. But you do that consistently. You provide good, solid value. You will be able to sponsor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 customers, distributors, whatever it might be. It's just time. All right, so let's talk about Facebook Live ideas. So here's number 1, educational. Okay, so Facebook Live ideas, number 1, educational. So educate people. You can do this by reading books and educating people on, hey, here are my top 3 tips on how you can get more time freedom, or how you can earn more money, or how you can travel more for less. Right? Just little top tips. Maybe you've got a cooking tip. Maybe you are a mum and you have a tip to get your kids to go to bed earlier. Right? It's educating. The second one is entertaining. Now, entertaining, there's a friend of mine, Ellie. Her name's Ellie Norcliffe. And she is in a company, and she is an absolute beast. For me, she's got she gets the highest live viewers that I know of in the UK, especially in the UK and Europe. She gets anywhere from 300 to 500 people on a live. Now, she recently did one with her husband, right? It was genius. It was the Chair of Doom. Okay, so what they did is they obviously got loads of covering on the kitchen carpet, the kitchen floor, or the lounge floor. I'm not too sure what room it was. They had a chair in the middle of it. Her husband blindfolded her, and then they got all these crazy he cracked eggs on her, poured flour on her, poured gunge on her. Yeah, Fiona, you saw it. Literally poured all sorts over her. And then at the end of it, she went, "It's your turn next week." And he was like, no. And the next week, they basically did that. Now, it was highly entertaining. There was no point to it. But what happened is she got so many followers. Fish sauce. There we go. Oh, God. She got so many followers from that. And she just basically took the piss out of it. She just takes the piss out of herself. She's just human. And she's awesome. And it's entertaining, and people come back for more. Just like your favorite TV show. It could be empowering. I'm not saying it's going to be all of these, but it could be empowering. I think, yeah, and you know what? I might get my girlfriend to do it to me. Hey, if we get enough people, to kind of back that, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll get Svetlana to do it with me. Yeah, that might be quite funny, actually. Good idea. Nice idea. There you go, Anne. You're thinking outside the box. So empowering. It could be empowering. You could basically share an interview or do a story with someone who's had massive success, or even just decent success. You could share a story about what's happened to you, where you've overcome your mental health issues, whether you've come out of an abusive relationship. You basically show vulnerability, right? You're going to show vulnerability. Yeah, it could be charity-based. You're empowering people because you're helping other people, with the shitty situations that they're in. Another one, edify. So get your upline, get a crossline, get someone else in network marketing, and come together and make sure it's 50-50. You're each dropping value bombs on a certain topic. like why we love network marketing, why we do what we do, why we love health and wellness, why we love this, why we love that, why we love being mums, why we love travel, why we love whatever it might be. Okay. And then events, it could be you're at an event. Maybe obviously you come along to my events on 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 30th, 31st. Take a live, like when we first kick it off, when there's energy in the room. Take a live of where, probably not when I'm speaking. I don't really want it being recorded live for the whole thing, but take a live when I talk about certain topics that I say go live on. Just get people to go, oh my God, I want to be in a room with 100, 200 crazy people like that. Hey, Martin. Hey, Bob. Hey, Mary. Hey, Sue. Hey, Anne. Hey, Joanne. How do I get to do that too? Like, what was that event you went to? It looked like a scream. When's the next one? So those are just some ideas, right? But it's not really the idea. It's not really the ideas slide that will give you the ideas. It's the title, because I want you to start thinking of titles, right? Thinking of titles that will kind of give you content. Hans will cover the questions at the end of it, but the phone's got to be on the side for split screen interviews. So in the title, you want to cause controversy. For example, I did a live a couple of, probably not Sunday gone, Sunday before, and it was Google have got it wrong with a cross emoji. Ask me anything. Sunday coaching session number 6. So it got a lot of live viewers, that one, and it might be my best Sunday night live in terms of shares, comments, and views, simply because of the title. It's the only reason why, right? The title calls Google's got it wrong. Oh, what have they got wrong? I want to find out. Create curiosity. So you could say something like, I don't know, this incredible product helped me lose 3 pounds, or something big is launching, or oh my God, this is insane. Or WTF, I can't believe this, right? And then you talk about your product, talk about your company, not mentioning the names, on how they've benefited you, what's happened to you that week. Has someone just said yes to you? Have you signed up 2 people? Have you just got 2 new customers? What's happened? How have you helped people, right? And then the how-tos. So Vincenzo taught me this, and he said one of the best ways of writing titles is how to blah 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 without blah blah blah. So one of our best performing titles has been how to recruit more reps without prospecting, how to travel more without a big budget, how to lose weight without starving, how to remove wrinkles without getting therapy, how to get your kids to bed early without giving them vodka. how to spend more time with your family without losing your income. Right? Those are just ideas, right? How to without whatever. So what I want you to do, this is a really, really, really good exercise. And I'm just going to get my notes, just because I've got them on a piece of paper, just so I don't get it completely messed up from what I was writing down, because my head has literally been a cabbage. Right, okay. So I want you to get a piece of paper. And on the left-hand side of the piece of paper, I want you to have 2 columns. The title of the left-hand side column, okay, I want you to write down, I'm just writing it on my screen, desired outcomes. Okay? And on the right-hand side, I want you to write down pain points. Okay, so column 1 is desired outcomes, and column 2 is pain points. And the pain points is basically like, desired outcomes is basically what someone wants, and the pain points is basically stopping people. It's basically the reason, or it stops people from actually doing, or it stops them from keep going. So desired outcomes could be, like for me personally, it could be I want to help people want to recruit more reps. They want to get more yeses. They want to rank up. They want to get duplication. They want to find more people. They want to get more customers. Those sort of things. Okay. If I'm in health and wellness, it could be they want to lose weight. They want to get shredded. They want to get abs. They want to drop a dress size. They want to make their husband think, "Quah, she's cracking." They want to fit in their wedding dress. They want to do all this. The pain points for me would be, they don't have the money. People don't have the money to join. They're not doing the activity. They're not recruiting people. They ran out of people to talk to. No one in their team is doing anything. They don't want to do the 3-foot rule. All of these different things. Okay, it could be like the diets aren't working. I don't want to starve myself. Can't afford expensive products. It could be all those sort of things, right? But you're meant to create your own list. I can't do that for you. And you do lives based on people's pain and people's desires for what they want. So you can then base like how to recruit more reps without prospecting. Okay. A pain in people's lives is actually going out prospecting, but they want to recruit more reps. How to rank up without sacrificing your family life. Right? Makes sense? Hope that makes sense. Okay. 3 top tips. So 3 top tips. It could be 3 top tips to getting better sleep. 3 top tips to traveling the world. 3 top tips to losing weight. All right. It could be my top secret on how I was able to My top secret on how I was able to help My top secret, whatever it might be. And then the last one is I screwed up. That could be it. I screwed up, ... I got it wrong. Get rid of that. Sorry. I got it wrong. What the heck? I got it wrong. I screwed up. Okay. So I hope that helps. Now, things to ask your audience. Obviously, you're on the live now. You kind of know what you're going to talk about. If you don't know what you're talking about, start with a personal development idea. Start learning more. You will get better when you get more skills. All right. So things to ask your audience. So if you're new to this is the first time you've heard me speak, just type in new in the comments below. So I can welcome you to the lives. It'd be great to connect. And you can say, if you're watching the replay, let me know by commenting replay. Let me know where you're watching from. What you want to do, the reason why you're doing this is not really for the information. It's more so that it's giving you points to tell people to start commenting. And it doesn't matter if they don't put it in there because you're not interacting with that. All right. Especially the replay viewers, because you're not going to be live when they comment on that. And it's good because then it gives you 5, 10, 20. And the more comments you get, the more views you'll end up getting because the reach is more because Facebook see it as relevant. You want to ask them, you want to ask people to share it if you feel they've got value, right? Now, this is very, very important. Make sure you ask people to share the information after you've given the value. Most people, almost everyone, won't share something unless they know it's going to help other people or they know the person who's giving the live is going to help other people ahead of time. So a lot of people share my lives basically in the first 5 minutes because they know it's gonna help people. But I want you to give some value. If you're going to do 3 tips, give 2 tips, or 1 tip, ask to share. The second and third tip, ask to share. Okay. Don't say, hey, I'm going to give some gold. Please share it with people, and then give the gold because they're going to go, no, I want to see what you're made of first. I don't want to share something unless it's absolutely, if I don't want to share something that's rubbish. Okay. Very important. And also it's a good exercise to waste some time. So when you're starting on, just say like, hey guys, Frazer Brookes here, coming to you live from Formby. Just going to get cracking on how to do. If you're joining the live and you're new, drop in a new. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know you're watching on the replay, and also let me know where you're watching from. Okay, well that's just taken 20, 30 seconds. That's better than me saying, so guys, I'm just going to wait for a few of you to jump on, and whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to fiddle with some paper. All right? Okay. Now, how do I sell using Facebook Live? You don't. You don't sell. You will not sign up new customers or new distributors by going live. You won't. You want, this is the formula I want you to write down. I've not written it on the screen, but you want to expose. Okay, you want to expose. I'm going to write this down in the little thing here, actually. Expose, involve, upgrade. Right? You want to involve people by basically, you know, doing your live. Sorry, you want to expose people to you by doing your live, getting them seeing your stuff, getting them interacting. Then you're going to go into the messenger and you're going to involve them in a personal conversation. You then go through forward. Family, occupation, recreation, dreams. You get to know them. You have chats with them. You build a relationship, and then you ask them, "Hey, just curious, would you be open to checking out some information on, you know, on how to boom, 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 boom?" And then you upgrade them by getting them to become a customer, getting them to become a distributor, whatever it might be. You don't sell on Facebook Live. You expose people to you, and then you get them inside the messenger and you do all the selling on messenger. The messenger is the number one tool to build your business on social media. And we will be doing another Facebook exercise at some point on how to build using the messenger. And we'll basically what we'll do, we'll back and forth exactly what not to say, what to reply if someone says this, what to reply if someone says that. It'll be a great training because it'll be very, very relevant, and it'll be like you can send you'll even be able to send in, you know, screenshots of what people have been saying to you. All right. So you don't sell on Facebook Lives, you do that on the messenger. Now, after the live is sometimes even more important than the live itself. All right. So you've done the preparation, you've gone live, you feel like you've smashed it, you've got a little bit of engagement, not that much. But after the live's done, you want to engage with those who have commented. So if anyone does comment, say, "Hey, thanks for watching," or "Hope you're well. Great to catch up soon. What's new? What did you like best? Thanks for being on. Thanks for sharing." Those are the sort of replies you're going to be doing. But after that, you want to go into the comments and you want to comment yourself saying something like, "Thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. See you next week." That will get a lot of the people who watch the video will see that come up and they'll like it, they'll love it, and it gives you a spike in algorithm. But it also, people like to be thanked for their time. So it's like, "Hey, thanks for your time." You'll get a lot of people message you back saying, "No, thanks for your time. That was awesome." Right? And then finally, you want to look at the interaction graph. This is the interaction graph right here. So you can see it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. Now, where it goes up, right? So you can see the start of it, 'cause I'm jumping on and people going, "Hey, hey, hey." When it's going up, that's when more people are engaged. They're either actively watching, they're liking, they're commenting, they're sharing. So you want to go to the bottom of that peak and watch it until it goes to the top and see what you feel like you did in those points that got it the high engagement. Chances are you say something, you do something funny, you ask them to comment, you ask them to like, you ask them to share. If you don't, if it's none of those few things, then it means that the things that you're talking about is highly valuable. So I tend to go through this, right? So I tend to go on these and go, "Ooh, that bit was really good. That's got a nice slow burner." That was when I asked people, "What's your favorite? What was your favorite movie?" Then there was another point, and I make reference to it, and I note every single thing down that peaks, so I know to do it again and say it again. Okay. It's very important that it takes you like literally 2 minutes to do it, but you then know what's right and what's wrong of what you should be doing. Okay. Now, the next slide I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to, before I go into this, and I know I've been going long, super, super important. And the reason for this is what's going to happen to you a year from now. Not a lot of people know this because they haven't done the research on it. But look at this. Let me just get my screen back on. September 2016. 83 likes, 41 comments, 3 shares, 849 views. September 2017, it was the live in the airport. 655 likes, 1,200 comments, 148 shares, and 7.8 thousand views. That live is now gone well over 10,000 views. Okay, guys, look at the difference in being consistent in a year makes. Now, this is what I want you to think about. Okay. I'm literally just going to find it like on my phone now, real quick. I'm nearly there. Okay, the actual stats now are 718 likes, still 1.2 thousand comments, 157 shares, and 10,000 views. It's actually 9.9 thousand, which is kind of annoying, but that's just the case. All right. Now, what's happened in that year? Okay, from September 2016 to September 2017, I made the commitment to become a coach. I've consulted with four other companies in network marketing. I've worked with about 30 seven-figure income earners on a one-to-one personal basis. I have started the Ninja Network with Vincenzo. I've spoken at so far 6 company conventions, soon to be 10 by the end of the year. I've been booked to travel to 4 or 5 different countries next year, the beginning of next year, to do their conventions. I've got a sold-out road tour. There's something else going to be launched at the road tour. If all you Ninja Networkers go in there, you're gonna basically get pretty much a free ticket. It's not going to be, well, yeah, actually sod it. It will be free, especially for those of you watching this webinar. It's going to be the first of its kind. All of this has happened in a year, guys. And I'm not saying that, oh yeah, you're going to be the next coach. But what I'm saying is that a year from now, you could have a following. Let's say your following's 10% of the following I've got. You're going to get 120 comments. You're going to get 15 shares. Now, every week, that's going to put your message and your personality in front of new people each and every week, and it's hundreds of people each and every week. And in time, you could end up putting a message out there where it's like, hey, I'm exposing myself. You know, the real Frazer Brookes exposed, and you could talk about a product that's benefited you without mentioning the name of the product, unless that's what you're doing in your lives leading up to it. Okay. Now, your strategy. Okay. Your strategy. Let's talk about strategy. What you can do right now, and I was not anticipating this to be this long, by the way. I'm sorry, but I hope you've got value from it. Your strategy. Tomorrow, okay, whether it's Wednesday, whether it's Thursday, whether it's Tuesday, whatever it might be, most hopefully Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's do Tuesday. On Tuesday, if you're watching this live, I want you to put a message on your wall, less than 85 characters, to say you're going to be going live on Thursday. So say something like going live Thursday, 9 p.m. Something like that. Okay. All right. Then on Thursday at 8 p.m. or whatever time you decide that you're going to go live, right? Go live. Okay. Thursday, you want to talk about a pain in your life. I was sick and tired of, the rat race, sick and tired of being stuck in traffic, sick and tired of having bad back pain, sick and tired of looking at myself with all the wrinkles, sick and tired of going on holiday and not being able to afford it, sick and tired of credit card bills, sick and tired of this, sick and tired of that, whatever it might be. Okay. Now, after this live is finished, I'm going to make a post in the VIP group, and I'm basically going to give you a little structure of what you should do before and after. But I'm also going to ask you for ideas on titles. And I would love for you to put your own title of what you're going to do on Thursday into that post. Now, everyone watching this can then screenshot that or use it as a reference to potentially mimic it, not copy it, but basically use it and just tweak the beginning and the end or the emojis or whatever it might be. If everyone uses the same title, you're going to you're not going to be screwed, but the person who does the first one is going to kind of benefit. And I might give a prize to the one that I like the best. All right. Or I might even go in there and reply and say, hey, you should maybe tweak this. Okay. Copywriting is one of the best skills that you can have on social media. And the trick is to write how you speak. Okay. Right. Now, at the end of your live, right, on Thursday, say you are going to go live on Sunday at 8, 9 p.m., whatever date. Just make sure it matches up with Thursday. So if you do Thursday at 8, do Sunday at 8. If you do Thursday at 9, do Sunday at 9. If you do Thursday 9:30, do Sunday 9:30. Okay, so it's kind of breeds the familiarity. Okay. Now, on Sunday, I want you to talk about a solution you found to the pain that you had. Now, these lives could be 2 minutes, it could be 3 minutes. But the purpose of it is, it could be 2, it could be 5, it could be 10. The purpose of it is for you to just do it. All right. So Thursday, for example, Thursday, 8 p.m., go live talking about a pain in your life. Sunday, 8 p.m., go live about a solution you found to the pain in your life. Now, don't expect to be a massive success. However, if you do this right and you get a little bit excited, you're going to want to do this and add it to your weekly or your monthly routine. And your message you'll get exposed to more people. You'll be able to involve more people in conversation, and you'll be able to upgrade those people to customers and distributors with time. So guys, with that being said, this is the little image that I'm going to be posting inside of the group. You can kind of see it's like top tips. It says like what to do before, good connection, timing, good lighting, what to do. And then after just gives you some ideas. So I'm going to post that into the Ninja Network group along with different you can post your different title ideas. I might post some in there as well. If you've got any questions and you're still actually with me, because I've gone to drop your questions in the box in the comments, and I'll for the next 10 minutes or so I'll actually answer any of the questions. If you've enjoyed this as well, let me know. I know it's a bit of a theory based question, a bit of a quick theory based training really, but it's very difficult because I can't do the live for you. You've got to do it. So just remember to be prepared, and it's not necessarily just the live, it's leading up to the live and after you've done the live. That's where the magic happens. If you've done a live and there's 5 people who've commented on it, go message them, like it and message, say, hey, thanks for being on the live. How's things with you? Been a while. Use it as a conversation starter. They'll be like, yeah, I love that. Awesome. Well done. I'm scared to go live. How'd you do it? And so on and so forth. All right. Bursting with ideas now. Awesome. Amazing as always. Love it. Great value. Great. Still here. Amazing as always. Frazer, you're the man. Anyone got any questions, guys? I found this really great. I am almost there now, and a short Thursday will be today. Go on, Lorraine. Come on. You've got this, Lorraine. You can do this. Thursday, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 8:30, 7:15, whatever. I like to do it on the hour. It's quite a nice structure having it on the hour. Go for it. I'm gonna be watching. I know I've got a very busy week coming up, but I am gonna go and watch some of them, especially because we're connected. And yeah, once you do it, after it, what I'd love for you to do, a little challenge for you. After it, take a screenshot of it and then post it into the Ninja Network of VIP. I'll only accept a couple of them. I'm not going to accept all of them because it'll just bombard it. But what I'll most likely do, actually, is I will save the image and I will add it into a photo album. And that photo album will be a Facebook Live photo album. It's quite a good idea. Quite like that idea. Okay, let me just write that down. Post pic, headlines, FB Live idea. Sorry, guys, that probably made absolutely no sense. I've just brainstormed myself just then. Okay, so we just have to... Oh, by the way, guys, that was a good question. Recorded video, Facebook Live, the engagement's 10 times more. It's just better. We just have to get good. Let's do it. Yes, you do. You get you get confidence by experience by practice by doing. Okay. Found this really great. I'm almost there. Yeah, you are. I already said that I'm doing a live Thursday. Should I stick with what I plan to do? Yeah, Debbie. Yeah. Just stick to that. You're ahead of the game, Debbie. Great content. I've broken my front tooth. No, Tracy. I hope you get that fixed soon. Do a live with your front. Tell a story about losing your front tooth or whatever. I don't know. Maybe you can do it next week. 2 people on the screen at the same time, Lorraine. Right. So to do that, you need to have your phone like this. You need to go live. And then when you're doing the live, you can swipe from right to left. I don't know if it works if you've got an Android. I think it only works for iPhones. But you swipe from right to left, and everyone who's available for that live at that time will appear on. You click on them, you press invite, they will get an invitation, they press the button to accept it, and then they're on. Now, your phone's got to be that way, and their phone's got to be that way. If yours is that way, if theirs is that way, and yours is that way, it won't work. Very, very important. But as soon as they press accept, they come on, and that's it. Away you go. All right. You can't start a live with 2 people on unless you use an app called BeLive.tv, but it costs money, and I don't really recommend it because it's third party. Watch out for me Thursday, 8 p.m. Melbourne. Joanne, it's 8 p.m. Melbourne, 11 a.m. And by the way, Joanne, I'm actually going to be coming over to the Gold Coast 17th, 18th of March. next year, but I'm going to post that into the Ninja Networker so you guys can all figure that one out. Split screen on Facebook Live interviews, example. Yeah, Hans, I'll probably do a video. Explaining that. Oh, sorry, itchy nose. I'll probably do a video explaining that inside the Ninja Network. I need Vincenzo's time to be able to demo it so we can kind of screen share and all that sort of stuff. So I'll do that. All I want for Christmas is 2 front teeth. Really great. All right, cool. Looks like Spasiba Bolshoi. You're welcome. Pajolsta, Nadine. So yeah, with that being said, guys, I look forward to seeing and speaking to you more, and definitely seeing those who are coming to the road tour at the road tour. And I'm going to post that up now into the VIP, so you've all got it. All right, cool. See you in a bit. Oh, good. 12 hours. You're 12 hours ahead now. Wow. Awesome. Thanks for that, Joanne. That's really, really helpful. So, guys, with that being said, I will see you very, very soon. All right. Love to you all. Appreciate each and every one of you. Bye.